everybody, Brett Shot here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to be talking about the brand new Secret Labs 2020 Titan Prime 2.0 EU leather gaming chair that I received recently. I decided to go with the ash color, which is a mixture of black and gray. On top of this, we are going to be going over the TechniSport XL1 gaming chair that I've been using for the past 2 years. So let's get right into it. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm detaching the lumbar support that is just held together by 2 clamps that go through the back holes and connect to the back. As you can see, it is not very supportive right now. Usually when you get a lumbar support pillow, it has a curve going around it. After years of using it, the very bottom of it has gotten worn out and there's virtually no support left into it. Overall quality of it is fairly decent. Not seeing any rips or tears in it, so that is pretty good. It's just that the support itself was no longer there. Alright, next up to the base. There are a few tears where the leather has been falling apart and I've been peeling it. This is because I sit cross-legged most of the time, and that's just with my foot rubbing against the side of the chair. Alright, first thing I see when I open up this box is a movie ticket looking thing. What it's saying is congratulations on purchasing your Secret Labs chair, as well as some words and how to manage and make sure it stays in proper condition. Now once you flip it over, this is the assembly guide. This is by far the biggest one I've ever seen. First thing I did is grab out the back support for the chair as it is sitting directly on top. As you can see there, that is a very large back. According to the website, that backing in this chair in total, recommended height is 5'9" to 6'7". It also has a recommended weight of 290, which all those fall in the scope of where I am at. I am 6'3" and just over 200 pounds. Next is the neck support pillow, which is the softest thing I've touched it ever. It has an elastic waistband that wraps around the back of the chair, and then right there, I tried to get a good angle on it and I couldn't. There's actually a cooling gel foam. Next thing that I find is a box that holds all 5 wheels to it, which normally when you get a chair, or at least in the experiences that I've had, they usually come in a plastic baggie or they're just kind of loose in the box. This one has a foam with all the wheels cut out. Underneath that was the hydraulic piston, the sleeve for the piston, as well as some miscellaneous items such as the Allen wrench, the key tool that has both a Phillips and a Allen key, and then 4 of the screws that I will be using later on. Next, I pulled out the 5-point base that is made out of stainless steel. And then there is the actual base of the chair. Now, unlike other companies that I've seen, most of the time you have to assemble arms of the chair to the base. This one does not. As you can see here, I'm trying to demonstrate how they move, but the box said, nope, we're going to do something else. So we're going to go ahead and set that off on the side. The boxing is now complete. Let's start to assemble. Now all these items do come in a very thick plastic, so I do recommend getting either a knife or a pair of scissors, and remember, safety first. Now that we have the base pulled out, we are going to start putting the 5 wheels into respective spot. All right, once we got that down, we go ahead and set that on the ground and give it a nice firm press just to make sure that all the wheels lock in. I also noticed where the wheels are, there were two side panels that have magnets in it. Those are actually used to hide the siding of where the 4 screws that support or that connect the base to the backrest. Next we have the piston with the sleeve. And just making sure that we're not getting too carried away. Always check the instructions just to make sure you're doing it correctly. So we're going to go ahead and install the piston in the sleeve. Now we are going to move the packaging for back rest of the chair. Just throwing all the plastic and material that I'm not going to be using in the box that the chair came in, just to kind of save space because the room that I'm in isn't largest. As you can guess, the room that I stream in is also my bedroom. Sometimes you have to make use of what you got. What I'm doing currently is removing the 4 screws that are pre-assembled into the side of the backrest, so then I can connect the base to the actual backrest. You want to make sure that you don't lose those because they're very small. They definitely made sure that the plastic was secured on this. I had to use scissors a couple of times, as you can see right here. So first thing you want to do, align the chair with the right side spring that allows you to lean forward and backwards. Once you have that aligned, go ahead and put your screws in. I like to do mine finger tight just so they're secured and that it's not going to be moving. Once you get that done, you can move on to the other side. Now the left side, since it doesn't have that spring tension, that bracket is just kind of free floating, if you will. What I mean by that is it moves freely until you secure it in place. So once you get those 2 screws in, it's not going to move unless you raise or lower the chair back. Now, once all 4 of the screws are in there, we are tightening the screws to make sure that they are completely secured into the backrest. Next, what you want to do is put the panels over the 4 screws that you just installed. You will hear a clicking noise once they are secured, and as I mentioned, they are secured with a magnet. What that piece of paper said was to do not remove until the back is secured. Once it is secured, there is a red screw down at the bottom of the right handle next to the lever that allows you to use the lever. So what you have to do is remove that by using the Phillips. At that point, I decided to straighten the backrest because at that point it was secured. All right, now what we have to do is attach the bottom to the actual base, so that then we can connect the hydraulic press and the 5-point base to the rest of the chair. You also want to make sure that that is facing in the correct position, or else your chair will not operate correctly. Now, in the box where the wheels came and the Allen key in the toolkit, you will find 4 of the exact same screws that you use to attach the base of the chair and the backing of the chair. So just go ahead and use those. Once again, I like to finger tighten these just so it's secured. I started with the top just so it could hang freely. Once I got the top in, I moved down to the bottom. Once you get all 4 of those finger tight, go ahead and start tightening. With me being a drummer, I used the star pattern, so I went top right, bottom left, top left, bottom right, and then went back through just to make sure that they were really tight. Because you definitely do not want your base to slide or to fall off, because that will cause injuries. Next, what you have to do is take the paddles out of the same box that all the other parts came in and just slide them on. All you have to do is just align the grooves together and they will click in place. Lastly, take the base and the hydraulic press and press that in and secure it in. And That is all it is. Go ahead and lift your chair up. Give it a nice spin around. And there you have it. I do also want to point out that all the music that you were listening to while watching the assembly was brought to you by Pretzel. It is a free web browser and app that you can download on your computer, and all of it is copyright free. Alright everybody, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the assembly of it. Overall, I'm very happy with this chair and it's definitely worth the price. Also, I was streaming on Twitch. I will be putting my link for my channel down below at the bottom in the description, as well as my socials for my Twitter and Instagram. I'll also be including my Discord link is for you guys as well. Also, I do want to point out that none of this video was sponsored by Secret Labs. I like to build stuff on my stream occasionally, mainly chairs when I get them. So I decided I got the new chair that I'm going to build it live on stream. A couple benefits of also getting this chair is when you get the chair, you get a 2-year free warranty extension. All you have to do is take a picture of your Secret Labs chair and put it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you feel like. Make sure it is a public post and do hashtag Secret Lab.